Valentine's. So technically it's a holiday, so I didn't make my own collection. And of course, I'm only going to point out all the collection continuations today. I will be yapping, but if you just want to skip ahead and get a good look at all these skins, by all means, look at the description, scroll down, you'll see when I'm showcasing them, and yeah, you get the idea. So, right, cool. So, yeah, lots of Valentine skins this week, and next week it's supposed to be Lunar New Year skins, all right? So, Year of the Horse. What strange horse things are we going to see? Oh, I don't want to know, but we have to find out next week. So, okay, cool. So, it's not going to be a very long video, but we're still going to talk about potential investments and whatnot. But Valentine skins? Really? Well, people like pink, right? Anyway, so yeah, it's perfectly fine. Let's just point out, over 250 skins have been submitted. So yeah, there's quite a lot. But, you know, you get like sets like that with the burlap set there, and you get like hoodie and pants. So actual individual groups and whatnot, I'm still expecting it to be like 150. So, all right. Lots of very interesting skins, but like I pointed out, I'm only going to point out and showcase the collection continuations today. Now, please, let me just point this out. If I happen to miss a collection continuation, I sincerely do apologise. I should also point out the focused item of the month for February 2026 is going to be the spinning wheel. So you've got some pretty interesting designs right there. But don't forget, next week with Lunar New Year, you should also be expecting some interesting Lunar New Year theme skins as well. So, yeah, lots and lots and lots of deplorables. We really shouldn't be surprised by that. More than half of the skins here are deplorables. Lots and lots and lots of doors. Now, if you've noticed the cute sort of anime-style skins, yep, there's a lot of them. I did warn you, we had the Hazma garage door, and I was like, guys, do not be surprised in the slightest if we see a bunch of them for Valentine's. Also, Lunar New Year. Oh, it's happened. So, yep, an interesting batch of skins, lots of pink, lots of hearts. You get the idea, and I'll link the collection in the description right now. So go ahead, look at that, go through all the skins. Feel free to comment below. What would you absolutely adore to see being accepted? What do you need? What do you crave? So, okay. All of these should be appearing for the second week of February, and Lunar New Year, it's expected that's going to be the third week and the fourth week of February. That's what we're initially expecting. Nothing's been properly announced, but you should expect Valentine skins for the second week of February, so not the next roster, not the next roster after that, it's the roster after that. February 4 swipe is naval update skins, so. Alright then, cool. So, shall we proceed to look at all these collection continuations, and then afterwards get a good look at them in game? Starting off with deplorables, I'd like to point out, yes, the Heart Collector. Bearskin Rug is actually a collection continuation. I didn't realise it initially, but if we could just quick look back over to here. There you go. Last year we got a very nice looking pink backpack, which is doing very nicely at the moment. I like to confirm the Bearskin Rug just so happens to be a lovely looking collection continuation. Best of luck to a Universe Kid and Pepper Carl. Over to here we also have lovely Balloon Cart. Last year it was the first fridge skin to be accepted for the year. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, you know what? Surely that fridge should be like one of like 4 at best for the year. So I went and bought 50 of them. And then we saw 20 fridges being accepted in just 2025. So I'm kind of looking forward to the potential of a collection continuation. Best luck to Bed Ronan. Now over here, we actually have quite a lot of beds. So Lovely Bed, which is a sequel to the Custom SMG and the LR300. Yep, you might recall from the past. Well, now we've got a bed. So, yep, that's a perfectly fine, nice looking bed, which also has a nice bit of glow. Don't worry, we'll be showcasing that. And over to here, Giorgio's back. Giorgio's back, so I don't fully remember. I swear there was an attempt for some other skins. So, Easter Bunny Giorgio, that was kind of pushing it. Then, of course, we had the garage doors last year, which weren't successful. But for a bit, well, I wouldn't say no, so, all right. It's all right. It evens out all the girl skins you're about to see, don't you worry. Anyway. There's actually 2 versions, ones which do and do not glow, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. And over to here, Immortal Angel. You might recall in the past we've had a sleeping bag. Well, Jessen and Zinnia Paris, they've gone ahead and made a bed as well. So, all right, not going to complain. We've only just seen beds being introduced late last year. We're going to see the first ever Valentine skin, Easter skin, Lunar New Year skin. You get the idea, so be prepared for such a thing. I believe we've got some pretty interesting designs. Now over to here, Love Machine. You might recall the AK-47. Did we get another one? I don't remember. Nope. We saw the AK, we saw attempts for a sleeping bag and a SAR, didn't happen, but maybe a very leathery looking bed. Should point out there's 2 versions, but yes, it's a very, very, very leathery bed. I can't tell if it's comfortable, I'm not sure if that's the idea, but, well, you know, whatever you like, you know, hope you enjoy yourself. So, yep, Schwonsper and Mishka. And then over to here, we also happen to have Valentine's Blaze garage door. So, you might recall, from quite some time back, well, it was literally a year ago, all right, sorry about that, We got the Valentine's Blaze Furnace, a very interesting pink design for a furnace. I bought 20 of them and went down a price, but at the moment they have recovered and gone back up to its restore price, which is nice to see. Could we potentially see the collection continuation that is this garage door? We'll have to wait and find out. Best of luck, Nolfa and Mr. Jimmy Tedeschi. And then over to here, Master's Door, the armored double door. There's two versions, one with and one without transparency. Yes, those are zippers for the hatches. What? Yeah, that happened. So, yeah, produced by Mr. Slimeface. Way back, quite a long time ago, we got the Master's Furnace. So, when was that made? 2020. Yeah, it goes quite far back, doesn't it? So, yeah, now we've got an armored double door, and it is, it certainly is something. And when you see it in game, you can comment below if you happen to like it or not. So, there you go. That's all the deplorables. Let's now go ahead and talk about the weapons and the tools. So, just want to point out, I'm fully well aware quite a lot of SKSs have been submitted. Now, I can also point out you got things like Crazy Love and I believe like Heartbreak and whatnot, Wings of Death, I do believe. So let's just quickly get a good look at all of these Valentines. Why not? Let's just get a good look at all of them. So I'm going to get a good look at all of these. I've seen some transparent aim sights. I've seen some non-transparent aim sights. Just want to point out, if you're curious and hoping to see more SKS skins being produced, oh yes, they have. We've got lots of lovely pink ones, and yes, attempts for transparency have been like tried for, implemented. Will it happen? We shall see. But I should point out, if you are aware of what happened with the most recent Rustore, when it first rotated in, it had complications. The training SKS accidentally got added. Now, it looks as if, potentially, like a couple people might have bought it. But it's set and should be ready for February 4 Swipe Rustore. So, not this week, next week, all right? So, if you're questioning, will we even see it in SKS? It looks like the training SKS is set for the first Rustore for February, all right? So, be prepared for such a thing. But also, get a good look at the Crazy Love SKS produced by Firefly and Nanetta. Again, just look at the description. The link to look at all the brand new Valentine skins is right there. Just Control F, search SKS, and there you go. So, you know what? You know what I might do? I'll go ahead and I'll send you the link so that you can see all the SKS skins that have been submitted over time. You cannot see the training SKS because it was accidentally accepted. It's still technically in the accepted section. You'll never be able to search for it in the workshop anymore. I know, silly, isn't it? Right then, so of course that was the Crazy Love SKS, but now, of course, let's just get a good look at Immortston, Rappe, and Esther FV's Mon Amour. Mon Amour, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, sorry. I'm not very good with French, sorry to say, but yep, that looks nice and cute. And then over to here, we also happen to have the Angel's Wings SKS, looking ever so nice and shiny with a lovely bit of pink. Yes, produced by Diaz. And then over to here, we have the Ceramic Doll SKS. It's got a very transparent aim sight, apparently. Oh, yes, indeed. That's a very scary looking face. But if you're wondering, Hedge might just actually go in a game and showcasing them. I've got to download like a new client and whatnot. I can't be bothered. I'll just wait until we've actually had the February 4 Swipe update, and I'll make a whole bunch of short videos showcasing all of these. So this is produced by Soloha, and quite freaky, but also quite artistic. So best of luck to you, good sir. And over to here, Heartbreaker SKS, produced by Kavahu. Get a good look at that. A very nice pink design. Lovely bits of hearts and whatnot. Oh, yeah. So lots of interesting gold trim and all that. So awesome stuff, and perfectly fine looking pink SKS. I'm sure a lot of people would be very pleased with that. And over to here, Wings of Death. This also happens to have some transparency, produced by Mr. MDE. And where's that transparency? I actually don't know. I will have to go ahead and showcase the SKS and compare it to all these skins, again, in a short video. But looks fine to me. I have no issue. Looking pretty sweet. Oh, it's because I see. The transparency is with the handle whiz because he turned it into a wing. Which does look cool. That's quite creative. Props to you, Mr. MDE. So that's it in regards to SKSs. Give that a good look in your own time. But we also happen to have an interesting looking Soulmate L96. So that's a perfectly fine looking, mostly white design for an L96. Of course, we've got the love heart and whatnot. And of course, if I could just quickly show you the Soulmate collection, which only consists of 2 skins. Last year we saw the AK-47. Now we have the L96. Will it continue? We shall see. Best of luck to Mr. Pigeon. And then we move on to clothing and armour. Last year, I was surprised to see the No Love cap being accepted. Well, if you really hate Valentines, we've also got a t-shirt for you. We've also got a pair of shorts for you. So it's actually a white design. And it's got me thinking, will people appreciate that? Well, it's a t-shirt and it's a pair of shorts. I don't think that's very appropriate for the snow. we'll see how it goes. But yeah, produced by Michael and CD. Let's see what becomes of that. And then, of course, over to here, Lovestruck Tactical Gloves. If you are aware of the Lovestruck collection, I'm sure you're fully well aware that that's been quite successful. Although last year, we didn't see the backpack, which was a big surprise. So could we see the tactical gloves? Could we see them slot in perfectly with the rest of the skins? Could it just instantly go up in price? Much like what we saw with the boots and the gloves about 2 years ago. So, best luck to Bad Trip and Hulk. Over to here, Eat Me Coffee Can. Well, you might not fully remember, but we originally got the Eat Me Tier 3 armor. Do you remember this? Looks a bit weird, looks a bit odd, but, you know, stylish. That was submitted and accepted back in 2020. So, if you forgot about that, I wouldn't be surprised. But now Mr. Milho Frito and Sakadi Similias, they're trying to get more skins accepted. So if we do see this potentially be accepted, next year we can look forward to hoodie and pants. We shall see. So, yep, lovely pink design. And for last, yes, Lovesmith. Is that correct? In Lovesmith. I don't know why I kind of changed the naming of it. But if you just go over to here, Mr. Kit. Last year or the year before that, I don't remember. We got the Lovesmith hoodie and pants. Actually, I know what it is. Face Punch changed the name. So if you were to go over to like here real quickly, let's just go to the Rusted Steam Market. If I type in Lovesmith, you'll see for yourself. Boom, and there you go. Yeah. So Face Punch, quite a lot. They changed a lot of the names of the skins that you see in the workshops. All right, cool. That's why I was a little bit confused. Right then. So I think we've got a good look at all the skins in regards to seeing them in the workshop. How about we hop in game and actually get a good look at all of them? All right, we're in game. Now, about a month ago, of course, it was Christmas. Wow, that went quick, didn't it? But we did see a Christmas-themed bearskin rug being accepted that glowed in the dark. And, well, it did happen to sell quite a lot. Now, of course, Christmas skins, they do tend to drop down in price. It's unfortunate, but with every other day of the year, it's not Christmas. Now, of course, the month of December, you do tend to see a lot of people jump in and buy those Christmas-themed skins. But how exactly do we approach Valentine's themed skins? I mean, if they look cool, people will buy, people will appreciate them. So that's all I can really say. And with the design I see here, of all the roses all arranged in a certain way to make it look as if it's a bear, that's actually a very clever idea. Very cool, very unique, and do you approve? Feel free to comment below. Now, of course, nighttime look, we've got the light on nearby. Immediately notice it's not too shiny, it's not that reflective, which, you know, I think people would prefer. Again, off your opinion. So, alright, that looks pretty cool. But now, let's get a good look at it in total darkness. And as you'll notice, it glows ever so nicely, much like the Christmas-themed bearskin rug we saw like a month ago. So, what do you reckon then? Would you like to see that potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. I think they've done a very nice job with this. But Face Punch doesn't really like to accept tons of bearskin rugs. That's definitely something I've noticed. Could things change this year? We shall see. So, right, back on. Daytime. Best luck to the skin creators. Now it's time to talk about the locker. Now, I should point out, last year we did see quite a lot of locker skins, didn't we? And unfortunately, only a few of them are actually in the positive at the moment. Quite a lot of them are struggling. And so far this year, we've already seen 2 locker skins being accepted. Uh-oh. It might happen all over again is what I'm saying. But by all means, do you think that's a perfectly fine looking sequel to the fridge we saw last year? I've already done like a short video comparing them. I'm pretty sure I've uploaded it by now. If not, keep an eye out. But anyway, I think that's a lovely looking sequel. A lovely looking collection continuation. Got all the gold here on the front. You've got the 3 teddy bears on the inside. Yes. Very cute. Very lovely. Very loving. But I wonder what they do next year. If this were to be accepted, cool. But what could they do to continue this set? A bed, I guess. Maybe. Right then, so keep an eye out with that. Looking pretty cool. And now, let's just showcase it at night time with the lights on. Thank you very much, Monument. Perfect timing. Anyway, it's going to do it again, isn't it? Let's just pan around and pretend we can't hear it. But you'll notice the top portion does happen to glow in the dark. You'll definitely see that in a second. All the hearts on the side. Looking pretty cool. Don't forget about the flowers. The lovely arranged flowers. But of course, total darkness, please. And as you'll notice, that glows ever so nicely. So, what do you reckon? Would you like to see that potentially being accepted? Would you appreciate having that in your base? Feel free to comment below. But of course, we still have to wait and see if it actually gets accepted. Whilst it's a collection continuation, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be accepted, does it? Yes, thank you, Monument. Thank you very much. So props to the skin creators. They've done a nice looking job there. But we shall see what happens for the second week of February. All the way after here we go. Right then. We've got some doors to take a look at. First of all, we've got a perfectly fine looking garage door. Yes, yes, yes. Get a good look at that. Nice and shiny those hearts are. So that is a sequel to the backpack we saw quite some time back. Hedge, a year ago. Oh, yeah, yeah. It looks fine. No transparency as far as I'm aware. And if I could just quickly pan around and showcase it at night time. Oh my, with the lights on nearby, it's even shinier. So that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. Even the roses appear to shine a little bit as well. And then, of course, Total Darkness. What do you think? I think that's nice and bright. Perfectly fine looking design. But, oh no, another garage door for this year, potentially. Like I insinuated earlier. Whilst that's a perfectly fine, straightforward love heart design with the love letters and whatnot, you do not realise how many anime-themed skins I have seen. There's a lot of them. You should expect that. You should be prepared for such a thing. So, hey, all I can say is there's some tough competition this year. We shall see what actually gets accepted. Just to remind you, it's only expected that they're going to get one Valentine's Rust door. I don't know how many skins we're going to see, but oof, you ready for such a thing? And then we pan over to here. Master's Armour Double Door. Oh my, that's a lot of leather. That's a lot of chains. Oh my. Well then, it's a bit rough, but if we could just look through the zipper, you'll see I'm dancing. So, yeah, you can spot me from there. Looking pretty cool. So, yeah, it's somewhat reflective. And then, of course, night time. With the lights on nearby, oh yeah, it's a whole lot more reflective. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty sweet. Of course, you want to see what it looks like in Total Darkness. Well, that's a perfectly fine amount of glow. That's looking pretty sweet. Right then. Why does it stand out like that there? I'm not 100% sure. With armoured double doors, skin creators can put two separate... Oh my. Just, don't look. Whatever they get up to, it's fine. It's in their own household. Anyway, moving on. Right, so next up we've got the beds. 4 interesting looking designs, but which one's going to be your favourite? So over to here, get a good look at the love heart design of the lovely bed. Yes, I do a nice little pan around there. Looking pretty sweet. And over to here, Giorgio's back. He's giving you a kiss. So, whilst we didn't see the garage door last year, can we see the bed? He's keeping it nice and warm for you. And then we have even more leather. I don't know what's become of the skin creators this year. Let's just say they're getting very creative. Okay. Then we'll move around. It's so leathery. And lots of zips for some reason. And lots of straps for some reason. Well, we'll move on. I need an angel to save me from all of this. So, cool. Quite some time back, we did see the sleeping bag. Could we now see the immortal angel bed? We shall see. Then, of course, nighttime look. Is it reflective with the lights on nearby? Not seeing that much reflection here. Seeing a little bit of reflection here. A little bit. The whole thing is... yeah, the whole thing being leather is quite reflective there. So, alright, cool. Understood. Then over to here, you got a bit of gold. You got some metal. What about you, Giorgio? You shiny? Yeah, he's shiny. I wonder why. No, let's move on. And over to here. A little bit gold there. Cool. And of course, Total Darkness. So, let's get a good look at that. As you can see, the lovely bed happens to glow ever so nice and pink. It looks like it's only in that portion right there. So, okay. That's fine. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. Over to here. Why is Giorgio glowing? I don't know. But he does. He glows. He glows. Let's also just go around the back. You can see that the hearts from the bed there, the actual mattress, it appears to glow there as well. So it's glowing on that side. Looking pretty sweet. Just remember, though, there was a non-glow version also submitted. I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch would prefer the glow-in-the-dark version. We'll see. We'll see. Over to here. I should also point out there's a second version of this Love Machine bed as well, so you might end up seeing the other one. We'll see what comes of that. I'm pretty sure it's also just the same amount of leather, so yep, we'll see. And then, of course, the Immortal Angel. Perfectly fine amount of glow, looking pretty sweet. All right, then. That's probably the brightest one we have out of all of them here, so not too bad, not too bad. Feel free to comment below which one's your favourite, because now I've got a weapon to showcase. So yeah, sorry if the cut was a bit awkward from the double door to the beds, but we can transition over to the L96 ever so nicely. Get a good look at that. Right then. So I do apologise not showcasing the SKSs, but again, it's the setup's not fun. Looking perfectly fine based on what I see here. Yes. What do you reckon? Would you like to see another L96 being accepted this year? Feel free to comment below. And of course, during the day as well. If I could just navigate the sun around. Oh, here we go. Lovely. Looking ever so lovely. Yep. Right then, so again, let's go ahead and hold it in my hands. There we go. Right, so standard, regular view, and of course nighttime. Does it stand out? I am a distance away from the stage, so I won't get any reflection or anything from the lights, and can confirm I can't see a thing. I mean, if I look at there, yeah, I can see it. When I just aim down like so, not visible, so not really surprising, is it? All right, fair enough. Can we go ahead and put scope on this? There we are. Right, not too bad. And of course, give that a nice reload. Perfectly fine to me. I aimed down and wow, are we surprised? No, not really. Right then, so that's looking perfectly fine to me. What are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. Now for clothing armour, and as you can see right over to here, we have the No Love t-shirt and pants with the cap that was accepted last year. So it's like the anti-Valentine skin, I guess you could say. Yeah, a good look at that. It's very worn out and kind of looks a bit dirty, I guess you could say. That's not like the best white colour, I guess you could say. But yeah, really worn out. I'm not sure what happened to this guy. Did he get attacked or something? I mean, his clothes are all bit patched up and whatnot, which is interesting. Perhaps people don't like people who are against Valentine's. I don't know. But hey, it's a pretty interesting approach. It is, of course, a collection continuation. But would you like to see that actually being accepted? Let's take into consideration that this upcoming Valentine's Rush store might only have about 14 slots available. But there's 250 skins or plus that have been submitted. So what would you like to see being accepted? Feel free to comment below. Do you approve of what we see right here? And, does it glow in the dark? No. No glow. No warriors. Looks fine to me. It's a bit of a silly joke skin. But do you actually want to see more of it? Feel free to comment below. And here we are with the most successful Valentine's collection we've ever seen, Love Struck. So, of course, we saw the hoodie and pants, the tier 3, the tier 2, and we even saw boots and gloves already. Well, road sign gloves, just to clarify. Now, should point out, on average, all the core pieces, aside from the boots and gloves, they did at least 20,000 subscribers. Boots and gloves come out, they do about 10,000 subscribers, and they went up in price very, very nicely. The ever so interesting pink design. Well, as time has gone on, people have started to appreciate it. The prices do keep rising. But how much do you reckon a pair of tactical gloves would sell? What do you think? You can see the insides here as well. Look at that. Whee. Oh, it's got a lot of colours there. It says love, 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 love. I just whacked myself there with the camera. Whoopsie, sorry about that. But, yeah. We didn't see the backpack last year, did we? Could we see the tactical gloves? And to be honest with you, whilst I have seen a decent amount of tactical gloves, please remember what happened with Christmas. We were anticipating the gingerbread collection getting its, tactical gloves and boots accepted, and what happened? Face Punch accepted the other gingerbread gloves, the ones that weren't connected to anything, and, well, there you go. I reckon that might happen with this, because there are other pink tactical gloves that have been submitted, and it does get me a little bit worried. I want to sell my skins for a profit, all right? I still got a bunch of the tier 2 armor. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, are you a love-struck enjoyer? Stand up, stand proud, comment below. What do you think? And also, let's just see how it looks, you know. At night time. So the gloves are somewhat reflective. The rest of the collection is somewhat reflective in certain portions and whatnot. You're not going to be able to notice that from like quite far away. So, alright, cool, cool, cool. Does it glow in the dark? Can't confirm no. So no issues. No worries. Could this complete collection become even more complete? I wonder if we get like a jacket in the future or something. That might be pretty sweet, so... Alright. Opinions, please. Best luck to the skin creators. And here we have Eat Me Tier 2. So just to remind all of you, it was Tier 3 that came out before this, and it came out years ago. So the kilt could be combined with the Tier 3, that would be nice. But what we have to see is, well, first of all, will it be accepted? And then, of course, next year, could we potentially see some hoodie and pants? Time will tell, time will tell. He does look nice and tasty, doesn't he? Yeah. But, yeah, no. Perfectly fine, sugary sweet, Tier 2 design. Do you approve? Feel free to comment below. Right then, night time, please. So, got the lights shining upon it. The stealthy ring there, it seems. No, it's not. Uh-oh. A paper clip through it? Well, then, that might be a bit of a problem. I don't know. Anyway, so, does it glow in the dark or anything? No. Right then. So, what's with the, never mind. Just move on. It was like a silly, goofy, like food-related skin, and now I'm just looking at the gold stuff, and I was thinking, what? Well then, sure. If you approve, feel free to comment below. And now, let's move on to the final skin to showcase. So am I like a robot here or something? Well, Lovesmith, I guess. I mean, it's metallic. The face is also a bit odd. Look at it. Look at that face. Anyway, I know the Tier 3's kind of got a bit of a different name, but if the hoodie and pants were changed to Lovesmith, I'm pretty sure the Tier 3 also be changed to Lovesmith if it were to be accepted. So, what do you reckon? Am I a robot? Am I a furnace? My heart, it is burning with desire, and it will cook metal, apparently. I guess. So, yeah, alright then. Let's see if the Tier 3 gets accepted. Next year we could probably anticipate Tier 2. But I should ask, how many people actually make the connection and realise it's a sequel to the hoodie and pants? Well, I mean, if it gets the name change as well, I guess all that needs. So, all right, well, fair enough. Let's get a good look at this at night time. With the lights on not too far away, it is somewhat reflective, looking pretty sweet. I guess you could say the protection's very good. Right then, so not too bad here. And then, of course, does it glow in the dark? Oop, didn't mean to move there. Right. No. No glow, no worries. But I guess like if the heart glowed, it would look pretty cool. But people don't want glow-in-the-dark clothing armor, do they? So, yeah, no, fair enough. Understood. So, what do you reckon then? After seeing all those collection continuations, what do you want to see being accepted? Feel free to comment below. Now, don't forget, you can go to micro522.com. You can see which skins are performing very nicely. Well, Heatseeker was technically something we saw a week ago, so let's just scroll down. There you go. Wings of Death SKS. Love Room Sheep Metadubador. I don't want to say that because I'm not sure if I'll get in trouble if I say it, so... Can't confirm, though. There's a very interesting AK-47 now with a very interesting transparent aim sight. And, yeah. We did see regular skins being submitted as well. Huh. That certainly is interesting. But I don't think they're supposed to submit regular skins this week. Well, just like to point out, Sinotype collection is there. And that just so happens to be a Sinotype cards box. Small box, just to clarify. Is the box's DLC going to be a small box collection? Because if it is, I wouldn't be surprised if they say no to that. But it's not like Facepunch says no, they just don't accept it. Until when? We don't know. But anyway, you get the idea. So, alright. Looks fine to me. Will it happen though? Again, boxes DLC, it's just looming over our heads. It's becoming a big problem. But yeah, lots of very nice looking skins. And I wasn't joking about the anime stuff. If we go over to my Twitter right now, If you want to get a good look at all the brand new anime theme skins and whatnot, you're more than welcome to do so. I'll link that in the description as well. There's the short video version and then there's the Twitter version. So it's up to you. You get the idea. So yeah, Valentine's, then Lunar New Year. I'm not going to complain. Chances are you're probably not going to see that many interesting investments. Let's be real here. Unless we see something really wacky. Well, the AK as well. There's a reason why I uploaded that pretty quickly. I know a lot of people will be appreciating that and whatnot. But they weren't collection continuations, so I didn't show them off today. Sorry to say, but yeah. But I am putting an effort in to try and get a lot of like short videos made to showcase various interesting looking skins. If I could just switch back over to here. Can confirm, yeah, that MP5, which was made by Mr. Fuff, who just so happened to have made the interesting Olympus skins as of recent whatnot. He's done a transparent aim sight MP5. So it's not just an AK-47 I've seen with a very interesting aim sight. I'm also noticing it here. And if that had to be accepted, well, of course, what do we currently have in the Rust store? Well, we also happen to have that. So we'll see. But yeah, you can still see some Valentine skins work out quite nicely. Remember, all you got to go is just look at the past. And, oh, there you go. Well, here's a perfect example. There's the Love Struck collection. Unfortunately, we didn't see the backpack last year, but could we see the tactical gloves? All you got to do is just go like SCMM. So let's just go to here. Look at the top right. See that time notch? You can easily navigate to previous Valentines. So I'll click 2025. I'll see where it says Valentines. There you go. Valentines 2025. And, well, there you go. Rose Petals. They never fixed it, did they? They never fixed it. Pedals Rug, yeah. Love Bomb. That got bought out recently, and I'm not 100% sure, but it might just be a manipulation. The pink backpack. That was appreciated. Everything else, though, questionable. If we see that Love Smith tier 3 being accepted, you might see that getting bought out. We'll see how it goes. Right then, so yeah, things can work out quite nicely. It's just a bit of a waiting game. And here I am on Rust Help. Let's go all the way back to 2023. So here's 2023. Let's go to February. What was the February Valentine's Rust store? Was it? There you go. February 9, 2023. Positive, but not everything was A-OK. So, right. Point made. Understood. All good. Player counts day. It was fine. It wasn't the best. But I am under the impression that, yes, we will be above 120,000 for the month. And do you reckon February's going to be even better? January was A-OK. Post-Christmas was wonderful. I have no complaints. But is it going to stick around with the February 4 swipe with the introduction of the naval update? It's going to be interesting to find out, isn't it? So, yep, that's a wrap. Once again, don't forget, feel free to comment below. Out of all the Valentine skins, what are you hoping for the most? Well, start looking now. The link to it is in the description. That's a wrap. Thank you very much. Catch you later. See you. Goodbye.